on the Utica side of things?
Yeah, the Pioneers have Catherine Shahan. She's already made her presence felt in the season opener on November 2nd last week against the Cortland Red Dragons with 35 saves. The Red Dragons are a nationally ranked squad, so she's able to stand that test, and we'll see how much of a defensive impact she can have this game against an Oswego squad that can definitely pour on a flurry of shots.
That's my two players to watch for the Lakers here today. How about on the Utica side of things?
Yeah, my player to watch is going to be number 3 forward, senior Casey Ryder. She just has 4 shots this season, but don't underestimate her offensive prowess, because last season she was the top scorer for the team, 20 total points, 7 goals, and 13 assists, so they know how much of a dominant impact she can have within this offense. She can be the fire starter for the Pioneers tonight.
Who else do we got to listen to or look out for the Utica side of things?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to go back to the aforementioned Catherine Shahan. She's just such a dominant presence as the team's netminder. We know she can turn the tides of a game with 1 or 2 saves. She can intimidate that Oswego Laker offense.
Abs are keys to win.
Yeah, Brady, my first key for Utica is they need to take advantage of the undisciplined play from the Lakers. The Lakers, we know, they are a young squad, so that's going to come with instances of really careless penalties. Lakers with 9 penalties through just 2 games. Those 2 games last week against Castleton. So we know that the Utica Pioneers are going to want to take advantage and capitalize off of their man advantages. And for my second note, the Pioneers are going to want to apply urgency early. They've had instances of stagnant offense. They didn't get a goal last game against the nationally ranked Red Dragons, but it is still early, so obviously if a time is had to be for your offense to be dominant, it's now in the second game of the season. And my last key is, again, I'm going to go back to Shahan. She will need to be alert at all times. Oswego, as I said, they apply a flurry of shots with 84 this season. I think she will need to be the team's biggest defensive beneficiary.
Do you think they have the momentum rolling with them to come back in here again tonight and come out on top?
I think it's a matter of who scores the first goal. I think Lakers need to apply that urgency early on. And as I said in the pre-show, as do the Pioneers, both teams, they do run good offenses. They run similar offenses. Lakers, I said 84 shots on the season. I just think they need to take their time with those shots. They've only executed on 3 total, so it's more of a game of if they can have smarter shots rather than just a quantity of shots. Quality over quantity will be the name of the game tonight. Yeah, the Lakers had a few opportunities there to successfully turn defense into offense. They got into the zone where they could score, but again, that's the textbook talents of Sheehan. She just makes those saves on the regular. Yeah, I mean, that was a risky play, but Shahan already making her presence known with 5 saves and a player to watch out for on defense, keep your eye on. We've seen make an impact as number 21, Grace Jocelyn, deflected a potential Laker shot a few possessions ago. Something this Utica team has been reputable for all season so far, and last season coming into this season is face-offs. They've won 5 so far this game. They just need to start possessions right and capitalize upon those. Yeah, Brady, I think the Pioneers kind of look offbeat. They try to take the puck there, but there wasn't much urgency. Petherick just came in and intercepted that offensive piece for the Pioneers, didn't try to take that back, so the Lakers are just going to look to capitalize and turn that into offense.
That's what it's all about.
I mean, you can't understate how much Shahan is just a defensive backbone of this team. Iverson gave her a lob. She just scooped that one right up, as she has so many times this game. Lakers just applying shots left and right. Again, though, it's a matter of execution. A lot of these shots are not high percentage shots. You want to focus on the quality of them as you transition into this period and the next. A little stat check for you as we transition into this, what's been an already back and forth second half. Lakers, 17 shots, 10 of those coming on goal. Utica, 6 shots on goal, 8 shots. So Lakers certainly an advantage in offense. It's just a matter of if they catch a lapse on defense in Catherine Sheehan. And that was a wonderful defensive showing right there by Van Dam and company. Lakers had the defensive advantage. They applied 2 pieces to take down the Pioneer attack. They took that one back. That's just an example of how impactful their defense can be transitioning into the rest of this period.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was certainly a unique choice by Digby. I mean, Lakers had a promising chance, did not get that one through. As a Windy City native, Sheehan just stopped right on the puck. Yeah, Utica short-handed with 1 minute and 12 seconds left to go in the Oswego power play. We'll see if the Lakers can capitalize on this. We certainly know the offensive firepower they potentially have with over 100 shots now on the season. So we'll see what they can do with the puck at their skates. Yeah, this is where a lot of the Lakers' shortcomings are. They commit these really careless penalties. Rico Belli just shoving one of the Pioneers and still staying on the Pioneer side. I think they really showed defense to the max on that power play, stopping everything that came their way. A lot of experience on this defensive side, Brady.
And man, oh man, Logan, one of these has got to get in here for the Lakers.
Yeah, I think the Pioneers, as of late, they're showing a lot of defensive promise. You just saw Maddie Richmond meet Kayla Doer at the cuff to make her take an errant shot. Yeah. I think that'll be headline for the rest of the game. Yeah, Brady, that one was a tie turner amidst all the chaos. Parenti finally got the puck and put it through net. Lakers notching a top-class offense right now. Yeah, and Pinty clearly had the speed advantage there past that one, but no one was home on the connecting pass. But I think on defense, Lakers are right where they need to be. They're forcing the Pioneers to take those errant shots that they just don't have a high success rate.
So crucial for the Lakers to have this upper advantage going into the third.
Yeah, I mean, that goal was certainly critical. It gave the Lakers a cushion, gave them a chance to showcase their offensive firepower, and I think they really intimidated that Pioneer defense. But also, as you noted about 10 minutes ago, Pioneers also gaining some offensive momentum. It'll be interesting to see maybe a back-and-forth battle yet again headlining the incoming third period.
Absolutely. So far right now, it looks like the Lakers got the momentum.
Yeah, Lakers notched the only goal of the game so far. 5 minutes to go about in that second period. That was the momentum starter for them. But then, Brady, the Pioneers showed some signs of life on both sides of the puck, in the offensive and defensive department. It'll be interesting to see, carried by Sheehan, she anchors this defense, how this third period goes for them.
Absolutely. Do you think there's going to be a sense of urgency there from the Utica side of things? I noticed when the Lakers scored, that's when they kind of picked up the pace a little bit. Pioneers are getting a little bit more aggressive. Do you think that that's going to continue here?
Yeah, I think without a doubt, the Pioneers will feel a lot of urgency to really put more aggressiveness on the puck, try to really evade this Laker defense more than they have, because they know 20 minutes left, third game of the season, early on in season. You just want to show your offensive and defensive capabilities. So yes, I certainly do think so. Yeah, Lakers can really kind of put the focus on defense now. They can sit back and just contest the chances from the Pioneers. They have a 2-0 cushion, so they don't need too much aggressiveness on offense as opposed to defense. Going back to that last goal, Lakers sharing their wealth. 5 different goal scorers this season already. Rico Belli, the Ohio native, the freshman, scoring the first goal of her young career. Again, 5th different goal scorer of this season for the Lakers. The Lakers nearing 50 shots on the game. They already have 47 total. So as I said in the pre-show, they need to apply the urgency early. That's exactly what they're doing. The flurry of shots last season, 34 per game, already transitioning it into this season. Very aggressive offense in the mix of young stars.
Iverson going to face off here.
Yeah, and Iverson, a key piece of this offense, had a lot of chances last game, about a couple chances, none of them went in, but still a hidden depth talent within this offense, I would say.
Absolutely.
This entire Laker defense is playing so well. We see them come together as a unit in denying shots. They are spearheaded by number 12, Julia Power, along with Tilly Pethrick and Helen Van Dam. And then you can't go wrong with the other defensive pieces in Cooley, Pinty, and Jay Seal. So the Lakers playing so well on the defensive end, converting that into offensive chances.
The Lakers are going to be outnumbered for the remainder of this game, most likely.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what comes of this. If the Pioneers can capitalize, this is the most crucial part of the game for this visiting squad. We see both teams take the benches for the timeouts. It'll be certainly interesting to see what happens here as the Pioneers do get an advantage. That can create some offensive firepower, Brady.
Yeah. Wow!
Yeah, Lakers lighting up the board. Once again, they're not done yet. Taking a goal, taking matters into their own hands. 42 seconds left. They'll come left at their second goal of the season.
What a performance by the Lakers.
Yeah, Lakers are going to be holding their heads high for the rest of tonight and going into tomorrow, driving 3 hours out to Utica. They absolutely put a flurry on offense this game. Did not let up at a single point. Just an aggressive offensive and defensive display. Allowed them to attack on 3 goals and deny any goals from the opposition.
Absolutely. Well, Logan, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, this was a very interesting bout. Again, a lot of individual performances coming together for the Lakers. We finally saw this young team show some chemistry, show what they're able to do down the stretch, and apply dominance on the other end early on.
Absolutely. Well,